Introduction: the heart of true coaching. When one realizes a leaning, a calling, to become a coach, it is not merely a choice but a responsibility. To step into this space means preparing yourself with the skills, presence, and intentionality to serve those navigating life's complex terrain. Coaching is not about prescribing answers. It's about creating space, listening deeply, and helping others access the answers already inside them. A coach of excellence must leverage the power of active listening, attuning not only to words spoken, but to nonverbal cues, to what is hesitated on, to what remains unsaid. The true art lies not in giving advice, but in asking pregnant, meaningful questions. Questions rich with insight and purpose. These are questions that invite awareness, provoke reflection, and lead the client to their own clarity. The goal is never to show the way. Instead, it is to help the client see the way, their way. This requires deep presence, emotional neutrality, and a commitment to becoming invisible in the process, so that the client can become visible to themselves. Every session must begin with clarity, a bite-sized, tangible goal the client seeks to accomplish. From there, the coach becomes a guide and mirror, helping the client stay aligned with that goal while gently challenging them to reach beneath the surface. The answer always lies within the client. The coach's role is to listen well enough, care deeply enough, and ask powerfully enough to help them discover it. Let's break this down even further. 1. Ground yourself in presence. Why it matters. Expanded. True coaching transcends the exchange of advice or the application of techniques. It's a deeply human connection built on your unwavering focus on the client. When you bring your own baggage, your to-do lists, your personal concerns, your desire to impress, you create static that interferes with your ability to truly hear and understand the person in front of you. Your presence becomes a powerful, silent offering of support, signaling that this time and space are entirely for them. How to do it? Expanded. This isn't a one-time ritual, it's a continuous practice. Experiment with different centering techniques. Mindful breathing. Extend your inhales and exhales, noticing the rise and fall of your breath. Even 3 deep conscious breaths can shift your state. Body scan. Briefly bring awareness to different parts of your body, releasing any tension you might be holding. Visualization. Imagine yourself as a clear channel, open and receptive to the client's needs. Set an intention. Before the session, consciously decide on the quality of presence you want to bring. Perhaps it's calm, focused, or empathetic. 2. Establish the coaching agreement. Why it matters. Expanded. Clarity at the outset is paramount for a productive coaching session. Without a shared understanding of the desired outcome for that specific session, you risk wandering down unproductive paths or imposing your own agenda. This agreement empowers the client to take ownership of their session and ensures both of you are working towards a defined purpose. It also sets realistic expectations for what can be achieved in the given time. Ask expanded. Go beyond the surface. Follow up the initial question with clarifying probes. And what would achieving that look like for you? How will you know at the end of our time together that this was valuable? What specific topic or area feels most pressing for you to explore today? 3. Practice active listening. Why it matters. Expanded. Active listening is the bedrock of effective coaching. It's not just about waiting for your turn to speak, it's about fully immersing yourself in the client's world. By paying attention on multiple levels, you gain a richer understanding of their challenges, aspirations, and underlying beliefs. This deep comprehension allows you to ask more insightful questions and offer more relevant support. Do. Expanded. Elevate your listening skills. Minimize internal dialogue. Consciously quiet the voice in your head that wants to jump in with solutions or relate their experience to your own. Observe nonverbal cues. Notice shifts in posture, facial expressions, eye movements, and energy levels. These often speak volumes. Reflect emotions. Acknowledge the feelings you sense. It sounds like you're feeling quite frustrated by this situation. Summarize key themes. Periodically recap what you've heard to ensure accuracy and demonstrate your understanding. Embrace silence. Resist the urge to fill every pause. Silence provides space for the client to reflect and for deeper insights to emerge. 4. Pay attention to what is not said. Why it matters. Expanded. The unspoken often holds the key to unlocking deeper truths. Clients may consciously or unconsciously withhold information due to fear, embarrassment, or a lack of awareness. By tuning into the subtle cues, the hesitations, the changes in tone, the topics avoided, you gain access to the underlying dynamics that are influencing their situation. Expanded, develop your intuition and observational skills. Notice patterns. Are there recurring themes or emotions that seem to be just below the surface? Trust your gut. If something feels off or incomplete, gently explore it. Frame observations. Tentatively. Avoid making assumptions. Use phrases like, "I'm noticing a slight pause there," or "It seems like there might be something more you're considering." Create a safe space for disclosure. Your non-judgmental presence encourages clients to share more openly. 5. Ask powerful questions. Why it matters. Expanded. Coaching is about empowering the client to find their own answers. Telling them what to do creates dependence, while skillful questioning sparks self-discovery and fosters resourcefulness. Powerful questions are designed to challenge assumptions, shift perspectives, and invite deeper reflection. Expanded. Craft questions that open possibilities. What else could be true? What are all the potential options? Explore values and purpose. What truly matters to you in this situation? How does this align with your bigger goals? Challenge limiting beliefs. What assumptions are you making about this? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Encourage future pacing. Imagine you've successfully navigated this. What does that look and feel like? Promote learning. What have you learned about yourself through this experience? 6. Use a proven coaching model, e.g., grow or clear. Example, grow, expanded. Goal. What specific outcome do you want to achieve by the end of this session, this coaching engagement? Focus on clarity and measurability. Reality. What's happening right now? What are the current challenges and obstacles? What have you already tried? Encourage honest assessment. Options. What are all the possible ways you could move forward? Let's brainstorm without judgment. Foster creativity and exploration. Will. What specific actions are you willing to take? What are the steps, timelines, and potential roadblocks? What support do you need? Focus on commitment and accountability. Why? Expanded. Coaching models provide a structured framework for the conversation, ensuring that key elements are addressed in a logical flow. They help you, as the coach, to stay on track and guide the client through a process of self-discovery and action planning. However, it's crucial to use these models flexibly, adapting them to the client's individual needs and the flow of the conversation, rather than rigidly adhering to a script. 7. Create psychological safety. Why it matters. Expanded. Vulnerability is essential for growth, and clients will only be truly open and honest when they feel completely safe in the coaching relationship. Fear of judgment, criticism, or negative consequences will shut down exploration and hinder progress. A psychologically safe environment fosters trust and allows clients to take risks, experiment with new ideas, and confront difficult truths. Expanded. Cultivate safety through unconditional positive regard. Accept the client fully, without judgment, regardless of their thoughts, feelings, or behaviors. Empathy and validation. Acknowledge and validate their emotions and experiences, even if you don't agree with their perspectives. Confidentiality. Clearly establish and consistently uphold the boundaries of confidentiality. Normalizing struggle. Reassure clients that challenges and setbacks are a natural part of growth. Patience and acceptance. Allow them to process at their own pace and embrace their imperfections. 8. Stay curious, not certain. Why it matters. Expanded. The moment you think you know what's best for your client, you limit their potential for self-discovery. Your certainty can inadvertently steer the conversation towards your own assumptions and solutions, rather than empowering the client to find their own. Curiosity, on the other hand, keeps you open to new possibilities, encourages deeper exploration, and honors the client's inherent wisdom. Watch for expanded. Be mindful of the advice monster, the urge to jump in with solutions based on your own experiences. Premature problem solving, identifying what you think the problem is too quickly. Confirmation bias, looking for information that confirms your initial assumptions. Feeling responsible for their outcome. Remember, you are a guide, not the driver. 9. Mirror, don't magnify. Why it matters. Expanded. Your role is to provide a clear reflection of the client's own thoughts, feelings, and words, helping them to see themselves and their situation more objectively. Magnifying their statements, either positively or negatively, can distort their perception and prevent them from gaining a balanced understanding. Do expanded. Practice reflective techniques. Paraphrasing with accuracy. Restate their words in your own language, ensuring you capture the essence of what they said without adding your own interpretation or emotional charge. Summarizing key points. Condense larger segments of the conversation to highlight the main themes and connections. Reflecting emotions. So it sounds like you're feeling a mix of excitement and apprehension about this new opportunity. 10. Help the client generate their own solutions. Why it matters. Expanded. Solutions that come from within the client are more likely to be implemented and sustained. When they generate their own ideas, they feel a greater sense of ownership, motivation, and confidence in their ability to succeed. Your role is to facilitate this process, not to provide the answers. Ask expanded. Encourage solution generation through questions like, what ideas are coming to mind for you? If you had unlimited resources, what would you try? What's a small experiment you could run to test out an idea? Who else might have experience with this that you could learn from? 11. Hold them accountable with compassion. Why it matters. Expanded. Coaching is about facilitating change, and follow-through is crucial for progress. Accountability provides structure and support for clients to stay committed to their goals and actions. However, accountability without compassion can lead to shame and discouragement. The key is to create a supportive environment where clients feel responsible for their commitments, knowing you are there to help them navigate challenges, not to judge them for setbacks. Ask expanded. Foster accountability through, what specific actions will you take between now and our next session? What potential obstacles might you encounter, and how will you address them? On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that you will take these actions? If the number is low, explore the reasons why. What kind of support would be most helpful for you in staying on track? 12. Reflect and celebrate progress. Why it matters. Expanded. Recognizing and acknowledging progress, no matter how small, reinforces positive change and builds momentum. Reflection allows clients to gain insights from their experiences, identify what's working, and adjust their approach as needed. Celebration acknowledges their effort and reinforces their belief in their ability to grow and achieve their goals. Do expanded. Integrate reflection and celebration by asking, what shifts or changes have you noticed since we started working together? What are you most proud of accomplishing today, this week, during our coaching engagement? What did you learn about yourself through this process? How can you acknowledge and celebrate this progress? By consistently embodying these 12 steps, you cultivate the essential skills and mindset to become a truly exceptional coach, empowering your clients to unlock their potential and achieve meaningful transformation. 12 steps to simplified a narrative. 1. Show up fully. Before you even say hello, take a deep breath and leave your own problems, opinions, and distractions at the door. Coaching isn't about you, it's about the person in front of you. Be all in. Be fully present. That's step 1. 2. Start with the goal. At the beginning of every session, ask the client what they want to walk away with. Don't assume, ask. It can be as simple as, what do you want to work through today? That way, you both know where you're going. 3. Really listen. Don't just nod along while waiting to talk. Listen like it's the most important thing in the world, because it is. Listen for feelings. Listen for patterns. Listen for the stuff under the surface. Make the client feel heard fully. 4. Watch for what's not being said. Sometimes the silence says more than the words. A long pause, a change in tone, a nervous laugh. These are clues. Ask gently about them. I noticed you paused there. Want to say more about that? 5. Ask thought-provoking questions. Great coaches don't give answers. They ask great questions. Ask things like, what's the real challenge here for you? What would you do if fear wasn't in the way? What would success look like to you right now? These kinds of questions make people think, and that's the magic. 6. Use a simple framework, like grow. If you feel stuck, use a simple structure like this. Goal, what do you want? Reality, where are you now? Options, what could you do? Will, what will you do next? This helps guide the conversation without taking over. 7. Make it a safe space. People only open up when they feel safe and not judged. Be kind. Be patient. Remind them that it's okay to be messy, confused, or unsure. You're here to walk beside them, not ahead of them. 8. Stay curious, not controlling. Let go of the urge to fix. Instead, get curious. Let the session be about exploring, not advising. Say things like, tell me more, or what else could that mean for you? Curiosity opens doors. 9. Reflect back. Don't twist, repeat back what they say in their own words. Not to correct or coach, but to help them hear themselves. For example, so you're feeling overwhelmed but also excited about this change. Did I get that right? 10. Help them find their own way. Resist the temptation to say, here's what I think you should do. Instead, ask, what's one small step you feel ready to take? Let the idea come from them, not from you. 11. Follow up with kind accountability. At the end, ask how they'll follow through. Ask, what will you do next? And how will you know you did it? This builds trust and keeps them moving forward, gently, not forcefully. 12. Celebrate the growth, no matter how small the progress, call it out. Help the client see how far they've come. Say things like, that was a big realization today, or you really showed up for yourself. Let them leave feeling proud and seen. Final thought. The client holds the map. Your job is just to walk alongside them, holding the flashlight. All the best in your coaching journey.